Welcome to my World of Tanks Secrets video number 12. This one is pretty cool. It's very similar to the type of scenario you're looking at here, which is the Magok 5 with the 3D Jolly Roger Commander. But instead of this guy, we're going to look at, yes, WZ-122 with my boy Wojtek, a domesticated circus bear from Poland who actually helped out with loading and unloading items during World War II. So I suppose he's kind of a legend in Poland. So what I want to show you, let's go to Commanders. So you've seen Wojtek right here, hopefully in 3D. He's really awesome. When you're in your tank and when your gun loads, you fired a shot and it's reloading. When it finally reloads, he growls in the tank. It's pretty killer. So, and these are the random animations that he does. Now, the thing is, when I first got him, and that was the previous season 13, I believe. This was in the season, an op or something. I don't remember specifically. Might have been in the actual season. This is the one that I saw and got that made its way to me, was the two-dimensional Wojtek, which is cool. You know, pretty cool. He was, well, I took him out of that, put him somewhere else. I'm not even sure where I put him. He used to be commanding my Tiger 1 Hammer premium tank. So he was a standard commander. I worked him up to those 3 perks. But recently figured out how we can swap this. So at some point down the road, when I get a guy with 7 or 8, I'm going to swap them out and put 7 or 8 of those on Wojtek. So don't feel bad about that. Now this Wojtek 3D, if you look in the corner, he's a 30% plus commander. So we have him. My friend actually got him first, and he shoved him in the WZ-122. You know, because I put my Jolly Roger in the Magok, and he liked that, and he got my Jolly Roger, copied me on that one. I go, well, you copied me on that one, so I'm going to copy you. This is where I was going to put him. I go, I'm going to put this guy in the WZ-122. So we both have them in the same. That was I go, that's where I needed him to be, because I want to put 130%, which is a 30% bonus commander, in a 25% bonus tank, which is the highest one I have right now, which is this one, the 122, and also the Magok 5. I have a couple of other ones. I'm going to make a different video on those to explain that. So this is Wojtek. I have not gotten and put in, my speaking is off. I have not put in the correct final 2 perks on this guy. I have to go test. I need to go take him out and test this tank, see what it does, and then decide what I want to put in there, just to see how it's going, how it feels. Because some tanks, you know, in the beginning, well, I mean, it's a premium, so it's not, you don't upgrade it, but the equipment that has no equipment in there, because my primary focus has been for a couple of weeks to get the F-107 Scimitar, because I had one of these commanders, the fireman. I had a fireman commander, 30% bonus, that I wanted to shove in there while I was, so I could run that as a self-trainer. So while I'm running through the upgrades of the Scimitar, I'm upgrading the commander all the way through, which will be nice. It's a 2-for-1, and that's one thing that I want to stress to you guys, whenever you're doing this kind of stuff, you want to try and set up as many 2, 3, 4, or 5 for 1 actions at the same time. Like today, I just finished long haul. So one of the things my friend was doing, he's running a chisel contract, which is a medium tank contract. So he was running Cold War tanks on his chisel contract to make 280 kills. All right, that's one of the things he was doing. Now, as a part of that, he's doing long haul. That's 2. He was also doing some of the TVP Czechoslovakian operation to get 75 kills. So that's a 3rd one he would do on some of those. You're making money. That's 4. And something else that beats the heck out of me what it was. Well, if you win a game, you make more money and get more experience. So that's the 5. That's 5 for 1. So the ultimate is to do 5 really things at one time. Instead of going, I'm going to go do and work on a long haul with some regular tank, with some nobody commander. Now, long hauls you can do with any tank from tier 1, if you have one, all the way up through Cold War. Doesn't matter. But if you're just running long haul missions, you got to do 75. Okay. And then if you want to let's just put it that way. Let's say you had a tier 1 tank. You're going to run 75. On a tier 1, every match is a guaranteed long haul. So you'd run 75 missions, win, lose, or draw. Bam, long haul done. You get your card, whatever. You get your free gold. Then you want to do something else. Well, if you're actually good and have some skills, you do like my friend did, like I did. I was working on Magog on long hauls. Now you don't get a long haul every time. I don't. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't, but I'm getting that long hauls. I'm getting some of those. I'm getting money, getting experience, because for me, it's a 75% bonus Magog commander. Picking up wins when I can, of course. So I'm doing multiple things, and that also worked on my contract, which was the Tusk. On stage 7, it allowed me to use mediums, which was the Magog qualifiers. So that I had a 5. There we go. I had a 5 for 1 operation going on in my long haul quest. So this is how you do it smart. You want to do multiple things at the same time, so we knock those off and go, hey, I knocked off this long haul, and for myself, one of the things doing that long haul with the Magog was getting the money so I could afford to buy the scimitar. That thing was 4.38 million. Oh man, it was a nightmare. Then I had another 2 million plus to add equipment. The thing cost me a fortune. Okay, but you see, that's the thing. It's not breaking me down. It's like, oh man, I got to go make money. No, I don't go to make money. I go to do something where we're doing multiple things. In this case, in some cases, I was getting 5 for 1. Not every time. Sometimes I was also throwing in Czechoslovakian tank, and I got like 50. 52. I think I have 52 out of 75. So I got a couple more days, like 3 more days. I'll knock this out, no problem. But this is the thing. We're spreading our tasks and combining them on missions that allow us to do more than one thing. If I would have done, and I did a few for fun. So that's another thing. Do whatever you want. Enjoy the game the way you want to do it. Me, I played a bunch of Thresher missions for fun, and they count towards long haul. Those are just fun missions. Okay, so I played those. Those were fun. Did those. That's fine. But I didn't want to concentrate strictly on those to the exclusion, because then it would put me behind on my scimitar. It would put me behind on the Czechoslovakian operation. So what I did is I would run Magok some, and Magok, if Magok goes down prematurely, well, I just go play a Czechoslovakia tank, wait for Magok to come back. Okay, so just interspersing. I was specifically not running my Scorpion because I'm on stage 8. When I get to the next stage of my contract, it's all light tanks or tank destroyer. And I have a tier 9 tank destroyer I could use. Oh man, I don't want to do 700,000 experience in a tank destroyer. It'll take forever because it's tank destroyers are slow matches. So forget that. I want to be fast. I want to go and see now my whole plan. And this is the master plan that I had. Was that I had the Scorpion is all maxed out and freaking loaded, dude. It's awesome. Let me go and let me show you the commander. It's in my Scorpion. Okay, Captain Red Feathers. This guy's awesome. This dude has got 8 perks. Absolutely a beast. So these are the perks he has. So this guy is an awesome tank. So I wanted to have this one and this scimitar, so that I'm doing 700,000. I can do A, and when it goes down, B, same thing, counting, and then cycle again, A, B, A, B. Now I'm going to do mostly B. In this case, the A is going to be my scimitar because it needs to be upgraded. The Scorpion is completely upgraded, so that's going to be my B backup. So my goal was to hit stage 8 of Tusk with the scimitar because it's going to be raw and it's going to need upgrades, and it's like 100 and something thousand experience of upgrades. Then I got to slog through those, and then it'll be great. I mean, it was fun. I had some good matches in the scimitar right from the get-go. It's a little sluggish, needs more horsepower, and that's part of the game, so that's not a problem. So it's not the full butt kicker that it will be. But I had some good matches, killed some guys, won some games. It's still raw, so it doesn't have the domination power that the Scorpion has for me. But that's whatever. But I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this Tusk operation, this contract, to fill it in instead of going, oh God, I got to do 100,000 experience of scimitar. Woe is me. No, it's boring, dude. I'm telling you. And I did that on my. What was the other one? We did the contract for the jammer, and I had just recently bought my tier 7 German, whatever the heck it's called. I forgot the name of it. It doesn't matter. Tank destroyer. I had the tier 7. I go, oh man. I looked at the contract. Go, I'm gonna need. There was a big gap where you had to go and slog through. Like, well, I'm gonna take this tank destroyer, run this jammer contract, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Knocked out the jammer, upgraded my 7, got to the 8, upgraded the 8, and then got to the 9. I just had the 9 sitting there so that I could use it, because if we look on the contract, for the Tusk that you see here, you see that it can use a tank destroyer, and also in stage 8 I can use a 9 or higher tank destroyer. Same thing on 7, I can use a 9 or higher. So I had the tank destroyer in the back pocket if I needed it. So what I had to do before I could do this contract, I did not have a World War II tier 9 light tank. So I was working on the Bulldog to get the next one, the T-49. And then I noticed, well, it says you could do Cold War. I go, let me try Cold War. Well, the only one that was available was that 63I or 63-1, whichever one it is. I said, let me try this. I tried it, and I was like, well, this is actually pretty good. It's okay, promising. Got upgrades on it, and I started doing well in matches. And I thought, man, this is good enough. This is good enough for me. I won't have to kill myself on the Bulldog because it was kind of a pain. So I could just skip doing the Bulldog for a while, went did 63i, did that, used that as my Tusk mainstay, and I did those things in the Tusk. It was awesome. But I finally was like, okay, I was in another section of the Tusk contract, which was, let me look and see here. It's a little bit small on my screen. So there's another section. This section up through what, section 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, up to section 5, you could use mediums. And so I was like, well, you know, I could get the Scorpion. Was the next, the Scorpion 101 was the next lowest that I could get by doing the least amount of extra work. I had the 63i, which is okay, but it's a little weak. It's extra long, a little weak, and very twitchy in the driving, which is, you know, fine. But I'd prefer it not to be so twitchy. That's just my personal deal. I mean, I do great in it. I'm not complaining. But I go, well, let me see. You know, I can do this contract stage with mediums. Let me try. And I had, in battles, I'd seen the 101 and 107. And I thought, man, those are butt kickers. Let me see what the deals. I go, oh. So those, I found those on the tree. And, oops. Here they are on the tree, blue. And I said, well, Centurion, I have, that's a free tank. Okay, so I said, all I got to do is go through this guy, work my way through here. It was about 120,000 or where, something like that, experience. I go, I do that. I do this 120,000 or whatever it is. I go, then I get the 101 unlocked, and I just buy it. It was like 3.4 million. I'll have the 63i is the lowest. The next lowest is the 101, and then the M107. I go, I can get that one, no problem. So I did that. I tried it. So I was able to upgrade and handle the Centurion in the contract. So I needed to do the contract anyway. This is a 2-for-1. Did that, unlocked. It's a 3-for-1 because I'm really trying to unlock the Scorpion. So I'm doing the Centurion to unlock the Scorpion, and I was doing contract. 2-for-1, no problem, or 3-for-1, however you want to configure it. Great. Did it, got the Scorpion. Inside of 5 or 6 matches, I got an MVP off of the Scorpion raw. It was, for me, it was just a really good match. So this is the thing. You know, everyone's different. You don't know exactly how it's going to go. You just, you know, make some guesses sometimes, and it worked out phenomenally. So that's the thing I wanted to do, is show you some of that stuff. Cool stuff, very helpful, but so you know, the Wojtek and the 122 3-star commanders. This is a what is this? This is the TVP. This one has a basic commander. You know, you see the guy's face, Callahan. Dummy. The wrong button again. Do it all the time. Well, whatever. So this one is T44A, right? Yeah, I don't use this tank. Type 63i. I put one of the 2D Pirate Commander ladies in there. This is a T95 52. I'm sorry, E2. That's a Guyazdor, some weird elf dude. I don't know. He was one guy I got way back. I don't even know how I got that guy. I just got him. Fine, whatever. Took the commander out of the Centurion. I'm not using that tank. It's a beginner tank. Fine. It's okay. It's nothing spectacular. I just got a bunch of tanks way better. But it was free. There's another free one, M46. I haven't played that. But we pick up the free tanks in case that somehow they decide to take them away or make you pay for them. I don't know. It's possible. This is the F107 30% bonus fireman commander. So this guy is 150% of normal. Instead of 1,000 experience, he gets 1,500. That's what this guy is for. It's awesome. He's set up for 50% bonus. Captain Red Feathers, he's in my Scorpion 8 perks butt kicker. This is a freebie take we got from last season, I think is what it was. Pirate, two-dimensional commander, Black Caesar. You know, just killer. Of course, Jolly Roger, my buddy. You know, he's my favorite. Wojtek is like my second favorite. And Captain Red Feathers would be higher if he was 3D. He'd be number 2 if he was 3D, but, you know, whatever. So hopefully you guys got to enjoy seeing those cool commanders that I have in those tanks that I use them. Hopefully this will, you know, give you some ideas or some inspiration. So thanks a lot for showing up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.